about to go down.
It's lovely pass, and here he turns cleverly. Can he find a finish? Oh, he can!
Skill by Joshua, and a return right hand. Good counter right. Bullen is hurt. Second right hand. That clipped him as well. Now he goes in for the kill.
Well, Ricciardo is inching into the lead, and Ricciardo that win the Italian Grand Prix!
Iguodala running the floor.
Still leading the way with Canada in there too, with the Netherlands.
And Musa makes it 4 goals in 2 World Cup matches.
The Monaco Grand Prix! Ricciardo triumphant in Monza.
Through Bowden Barrett and an early touch and an excellent.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Hello viewers out there, you're welcome to Sports Orbit. My name is Afa Salif Usman is here with me. Salifu. Welcome once again to Sports Orbit.
Thank you, Alpha.
All right, on today's episode, we'll begin straight from the NFF elections, where outgoing president of the NFF, Amaju Pinnick, has preached the need for a peaceful and decent campaign as ahead of the NFF presidential elections. He has charged frontline candidates for this presidential election to rancour, conduct themselves rancour-free, exemplary and national campaign, even as they seek the highest football administration seat in the land. On Wednesday, Pinnick met with the current NFF first Vice President Barrister Sheyi Akinwumi, current second Vice President and LMC Chairman Shehu Diko, and current Chairman of Chairman Musa Gusau, who have all obtained forms to contest for the highest seat in NFF at the General Assembly, which will take place 30th of this month in Edo, Benin City, Edo State Capital. He said, "I've called this meeting to assure you all that I do not have a candidate in this race. Each and every one of you is my candidate because we worked together in the past 8 years, seeking the best for Nigerian football. I believe that you are all aiming for the position in order to be able to consolidate on the little gains that we are able to make and preserve or even surpass our legacies. I urge you all to go about the campaigns with utmost decency, avoid any form of outpourings, and remember that we all belong to the same family that work for the best interest of Nigerian football for the past 8 years." So that's the charge coming from outgoing President Amaju Pinnick. We can see from that image on our screen there, alongside First Vice President Sheyi Akinwumi, LMC Chairman, and of course, so all of them sitting, deliberating or chatting for a way forward. In that statement, he said he's hoping they consolidate on the little gains. It's instructive to know that he actually said it was little gains, and I'm not surprised that he's admitting that the gains they made were little.
Well, if you see a little, I don't even see little. Is there anything to even remember? Well, but what is advice is always good to advise. And I hope that he's speaking from his bottom heart. You know, he say he don't have a candidate. He say he don't have a candidate in the elections, that everybody is supporting all of them. But well, it's human, and when a human be tell you, say, I'm not supporting any particular candidate. I beg to disagree. I don't think Pinnick can constantly too lost from his bottom heart.
He's not interested in someone to succeed him. He's not interested in
anybody to succeed him. If you remember his interview on the one particular station, where he said that he's no longer going to contest.
Initially,
but he will intervene. I will not interfere. It's first say he will interfere. I will not interfere. So, what do you mean by intervene? Well, he has said let's take it for his word. But one thing is that he only called the three from the three aspirants who are
there are about 14 of them.
About 14 of them.
Yeah.
The three aspirants he called, I understand maybe why he called just the only three are the people that are currently working with him on the current board of NFF. Maybe it's indirectly telling them that, well, if Nigerians say we have not done well, but we are together, and now you wanted to succeed with so. And it's good that one thing I take from his quote is that go about the campaign decently and not to going after each other or call names. But so far, if you're looking at the movement so far, it shows that all of them are of them are aiming for one thing, and because they have showed decorum so far. And if Mr. A is declaring, you see all of them, then Mr. B is declaring, even though they are all know that they are going to contest against, so that they have shown solidarity to themselves so far. So I don't think there will be much in these elections, and I believe what they have displayed so far, at the end of the day, whoever emerge as the winner of this election, I think all of them will rally behind that place and then support the place. God, all we ultimately want to is to have a decent board.
Exactly.
And a board that will translate what Nigeria is looking for, a board that will care for Nigeria, a board that will look into football, a board that will take Nigeria football to a greater height, a board that will engage, bring about marketing, that will engage in sign a contract and tell Nigeria what is inside the contract. We can't wait to see another new NFL board. We're looking for a board that will sign a contract and explain what is inside the contract. Not a board that will just say the contract and nobody knows what is inside the contract.
Completely agree with you. We're still on the NFF elections. Well, Pinnick is saying he has no favorite candidate for the Lagos state government. I think they are towing a different line as they have all thrown their weight behind first vice president that's talking about Sheyi Akinwumi. Of course, this was made known by the Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Benga Omotosho, who has charged the first vice president to take the development of football in Lagos State to the national level and take the country football to higher level. Well, he also said we want improvement in our football, so everyone, not just Lagosians, are in full support of Akinwumi because of his credentials. Some people have described Akinwumi's credentials as intimidating, but I would just say it is putting a round peg in a round hole. I remember shortly before we got on this show, we're discussing while we're talking about when you say football development in Lagos. And I remember you asking me that, what will I say is the development of football? What is on ground in Lagos? And I said, I really do not know what they mean by football development in Lagos, because when you even check the NPFL, the only team that we could say represented Lagos was privately owned, that's MFM. Was the only team that represented Lagos. So Lagos state government, what stake do they really have when it comes to football development?
Well, if you ask me that questions, I will find it difficult to answer, because even me, I'm still trying to find the answer, because at every different forums, both on social media and everybody talk about, say, Sheyi Akinwumi is a candidate to be. Yes, no doubt about it, is a candidate to be. A very clean personality, a very prominent personality. He has the technical know-how to move Nigerian football forward. But when people are always allude that his achievement in Lagos football, he has done in Lagos movement, and just like Lagos is inside Nigeria. Lagos is not in another country, it's inside Nigeria. And if you are saying football development in Lagos, then football development in Lagos is supposed to rub off on Nigeria as a whole. If truly there's a development of football in Lagos, I don't know what people really mean by development of football in Lagos. I don't know what is the worth of Lagos State FA League. When
it comes to exactly.
If Lagos State FA League, I don't know what is the worth of what the value of what Lagos State FA League is, and what is the worth of Lagos State FA Cup. I don't really know. And just like you see, if you are talking, and if you're looking at a national team, well, I don't know, I may be wrong, but the yardstick, everybody, what we are, if you are talking of development, you quickly have to check what is the yardstick and what are they using to measure the development of football in Lagos.
Yeah.
You're talking of, if you're looking at the national teams, I don't really know how many people from Lagos are playing the national team. And if you are talking, just like you just mentioned the league now, there's no any club among the 20 clubs in the NPFL, no one from Lagos. MFF is a private own club. It's not. Have dropped down.
Exactly.
And this is even a private club. The Ikoyi United up to today, we don't say Ikoyi United. And if you are talking of the state league in Lagos, I just like ask, what is the word
State league.
State league? And I was like, well, maybe as the time progresses before the election, she will come out
able
to analyze further and tell us what is really how the football Lagos have put food on the tables of Lagosians. How many the most? Yes, I know Sheyi is a very passionate about passionate about football grassroots developer. He has contributed to the development of grassroots. I'm aware of his grassroots development. Who is not even only limited to Lagos, and where he has taken grassroots
in his private capacity.
In his private capacity, as Sheyi Akiwumi have organized private grassroots competitions in the UAE and in Gombe, in northern part of the country, even in north central in Benue, and he's trying to spread his grassroots development across. But then this is what he has done in Lagos as part of football development, and people are so much making noise about it. It's what I don't hear. No doubt about it. He's a candidate to bid, and I also, if I have a vote, I'll cast my vote for him. Vote to support him. Notwithstanding that he's part of Amaju Pinnick's 8 years failure. There's no doubt about it. Although a lot of people have said that if you say Amaju Pinnick has failed, and Sheyi Akiwumi, who is also immediate his deputy, next online, what effort, what has he done to support Amaju Pinnick to ensure that they get better? But if he has all the ideas and have all the knowledge, why won't he? That's what my problem with all this Nigeria. If you have all the knowledge, you are part of the team. Why waiting until you take the front seat before bringing all your ideas? And somebody will be able to tell you that I'm the advice. It is all lies on you to take the advice.
All right, we'll go on a quick break. When we come back, Sport Orbit continues. Don't go nowhere.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Welcome back from that short break. You're still on to Sports Orbit now. The Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Portuguese national team have signed a formal agreement for the Super Eagles and Portugal to clash in a prestige senior team friendly at the Estadio José Alvalade in Lisbon on Thursday, 17 November 2022. Nigeria Super Eagles have won the African Cup of Nations on 3 occasions, as well as the Olympic men's football gold, while Portugal won her first continental trophy in France in 2016. Already built to play 2019 African champions Algeria in Oran on 27 September. The encounter with Portugal is another ace by the Amaju Pinnick administration, which has enabled high-end international friendlies for the Super Eagles and other Nigeria national teams. course, the match with Portugal will be the first clash at senior men's level for both countries. Though last year's summer, the Super Falcons and the senior women team of Portugal fought out a thrilling 3-3 draw in the U.S. Women's National Team Summer Series in Houston, Texas. So, of course, that match will be led by, of course, 5-time Ballon d'Or winner Cristiano Ronaldo, who will likely also feature in that match. According to this statement, they are alluding it to being a masterstroke on the part of the outgoing NFF president, being able to organize
great matches.
Yeah, so, but I'd like to say this is more like a send-off, or rather the match in Algeria, which is on 27, was more like a send-off.
The match on Nigeria before the match.
Yeah, because by this time there will be a new president already.
He become a former president.
Yeah.
So the match on Nigeria will be a send-off party. It is a good one to play, a very tough team, but I think the match is more importantly to the Portugals.
Definitely, because they have a competition.
They have a competition. They are going to the World Cup.
World
I think they are in the same group with Ghana.
Yeah.
They are in the same group with Ghana, and they are trying to play
exactly
West African teams so to understand the Ghanaian team. So, well, in boys, we still have a pride, and if we can be able to come out against and say good team to play the top great matches, and hope we win those matches. Yeah, sometimes when you see your team play, one thing is either you like it or not, you give it a Amaju Pinnick. He has tried to organize top great matches, even though we are not getting a favorable result. You know, during his we are playing Argentina, playing the Super Eagles. We'll play Brazil 1-1.
Yeah.
Match on 1-1. We'll play Argentina. We'll beat Argentina 4-2 in the friendly match. So and then here is coming again the Portugal. So and then we also play England. We play England in the friendly match that is prior to the Russia 2020 World Cup. So he has tried in his capacity as a president of the world to organize the top great matches. I think that to me he has done well in that area. And then organize another friendly match against Portugal. It will be another fantastic one, and I hope that we'll be able to use that match to launch us. And more importantly, they'll have a Portuguese coach. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, very important. I think that's very key from one of the things that could draw from this match. We have a Portuguese coach, so I think he'll also be a very good test for even Pesero himself to, assess his voice, and we'll further see, his technical know-how when it comes to, the game. Right now, to some basketball where Nigeria's power has dropped at the power ranking after the fourth window of the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023 African qualifiers. Nigeria has actually dropped 4 places to 9th place. The power ranking was recently posted on the FIBA website, and this is courtesy of the fact that Cote d'Ivoire became the first African team to qualify for the 2023 FIBA Basketball World Cup after a perfect 3-0 record in the latest qualification window in Abidjan. So for the Tigers, I mean, no surprises there. Haven't in this last window lost 2 of their matches.
No surprises at
all.
Not even just that. Since after the Olympic,
exactly, they haven't been.
The Tigers have not been themselves
at all.
After the Olympic. No time to the crisis.
Exactly.
The crisis
in BPF.
And we cannot see when the house is divided against itself. We cannot see the partner. Now we are talking of basketball. Nigeria used to be one of the top, one of the best. Now top rank. Now we are even ranking behind a South Sudan.
Exactly.
Can you imagine that? We're even behind the South Sudan, Congos, and all those Congos, South Sudan are all ahead of Nigeria in basketball in terms of ranking. I think the gladiators in the basketball will understand. We need to put our hands in that out because we are going down. We are going down, and even the Tigers, the women basketball that we command. I don't know how we are going to bounce back because not qualify for the World Cup, and we are not going for the World Cup.
Exactly.
It's going to be another minus on our part.
Yeah. All right, to some football, of course. I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago. The Ghanaian sport minister said he was sure Ghana
is going to win
the World Cup. But for the Senegalese ambassador to Qatar, he is sharing almost similar optimism. But in his case, he said he's sure Senegal will make it to the final. Not win, but he's sure they'll make it to the final. This was made known in an interview with a media organization out there in Qatar, where he said that the team will be buoyed by large supporters who will serve as 12th player of the tournament. He said, "I'm honored as a Senegalese to be part of this historic World Cup, which is held in the Middle East for the first time. Like every Senegalese fan, I hope my national team will progress into the tournament and perhaps even play in the semi-final and final. We are African champions, and it isn't possible considering our players. I think in his own part, he's sounding a bit more modest.
More
modest. Yeah, exactly. Saying hopefully we get to the semi-final or final. Not the Ghanaian man who said Ghana are going to win. Yeah.
Well, we can't wish all the African team best.
Success.
We really wish all the African team success. It will all be a pride if African team excel at the World Cup. Who say African team cannot win? Who could say African team can win the World Cup? It happens. It can happen. Luck can. Football is not a game of luck, but sometimes luck also counts in football.
And of course, I'm looking at the Senegalese team. You can see that they're almost a complete side.
Yeah,
a team who. Any team in the world they come against with, I mean, it won't be an easy game even for the opponent.
It will be an easy game, I agree with you, and I hope that this time around they'll be able to learn their lesson because going to the Russia 2018 World Cup, Senegal was one of the top-ranked teams that are going to excel at the World Cup. But unfortunately, they went there, they couldn't even win a single match. So, and then I hope that will not repeat itself. Now they have grown and they are the African champion, they're proud of Africa, and I hope Sisi and his technical crew will be able to understand the nitty-gritty of the game this time around. I think that they're going to play the opening match against the Netherlands, and they have to be very, very careful. They have his staff players. They have players at Oran. They have one of the best goalkeepers in the world. One of the best strikers in the world. So I have everything going for them. So it can always be, if you have such a Senegalese team, you can optimistic at something good can come better. Not like a Ghanaian team that the Ghanaian minister that was saying so confident that Ghana are going to win the World Cup, as if he's talking about the Ghanaian league or Waffle.
Not even the Nations Cup. No. All right, straight now to the UEFA Champions League, where of course we saw Osimhen miss a penalty as Napoli trashed Liverpool 4-1 at the Diego Armando Maradona Stadium last night out there in Napoli. Osimhen missed a spot kick in the 18th minute before he was replaced on 41 minutes due to a knock. Peter Zelensky put Napoli ahead from the spot in the 5th minute after Osimhen had hit the post. Andre Frank Anguissa and Giovanni Simoni extended Napoli's lead before Zelensky scored again after the break, ended that match 4-1. Well, a shocking result, one might say, because nobody expects that one coming for Napoli to outclass Liverpool in that manner. You have said maybe a 2-1 scoreline would have been a decent, but not 1, 2, 3, 4 goals against Liverpool, who have been fantastic when it comes to the Champions League. But right now, even in the league, they've been shaky. Then that form has transited into the Champions League also.
Yeah, I think something is terribly going wrong with the Liverpool squad. The Red, they called them, said never walk alone. They were made to walk alone.
They were walking alone completely.
In the night yesterday. Nobody celebrated with them. And for Liverpool fans, in as much as Liverpool fans were, but Diego Maradona, even in his grave, would be excited yesterday that yes, his former club was able to outclass Liverpool and completely. And I hope one thing the disappointing side of the game yesterday, seeing Osimhen missing a penalty. It was a terrible, very terrible one. And even Osimhen, the way he take that penalty yesterday, I think I don't know what is wrong with it.
It was quite casual,
it was not casual. I see something was not at stake. But the British are nobody will talk much about the penalty as far as they won the match.
They won the match.
It was so lucky.
All right, let's take a look at other matches in the. Anyway, but of course, Barca were also in action where it was 5-1 against Victoria Plzen in that one.
Yeah, congratulations to Lava. And at the same time, even the Ayers also whitewashed the Rangers yesterday 4-0.
4-0.
But our own Kevin Baskin was not listed in that match. And he didn't play that match. I wonder what was happening. I was expecting to see him playing against his former club, but unfortunately, was not listed in that match. But however, his team still went ahead to whitewash Rangers 4-0 in that match yesterday.
All right. For today is the turn of the Europa League football.
Thursday.
Yeah, of course, and of course, United will be in action. Arsenal will also be in action tonight. United will start against Real Sociedad tonight, playing at home at Old Trafford. So if we have the fixtures, maybe quickly take a look at them. But I mean, like they call it Thursday night football back again. Also, the Conference League also resumes today.
I think who are competing for the conference from the APL?
Conference League, I think West Ham are in the Conference League. They also competed last season and they are back again. They narrowly missed the Europa League last season after they finished 6th.
Yeah. So for the Man U, it is another opportunity to extend their winning streak in their winning streak, and I don't think they'll be troubled by Real Sociedad in this match.
Right, viewers will keep an eye on all of those matches, and hopefully tomorrow we'll come and give you a complete review of all that will go down in tonight's Europa League, and also Conference League matches will be going down. We'll keep an eye on all of that and give you a complete review of all that tomorrow. Salifu, thank you for being in the studio today once again.
Thank you so much for playing.
Right, until we come your way tomorrow with our Friday edition of Sports Orbit. Do stay safe out there. My name is Afa Acho, and it's goodbye for now.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.